Yeah! Can't steal it! Woo! Wheel and deal it! The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning, but brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad.
I'm the man of the hour, the man with the power. You speak to me, scholar.
It's showtime, folks!
Welcome to the Grill Out. From the heart of Shillian, West Virginia, here's your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Gain.
Gain is running wild on everybody.
That's gotta be Gain.
I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. Welcome to the Grill Out, episode 56. Those two lovely characters are my two amazing co-hosts.
Not Gain.
Not Gain. It's not Gain. It is the current reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions heavyweight champion.
I am gaining more days of champion, though.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
We will find out here shortly if he is still
I am
champion.
curious, though.
That's Josh Cole, baby.
It is Josh. I'm Jason. Josh.
The humblest man alive.
Thank you.
Humblest man alive.
Thank you. Josh, are you the longest reigning champion yet?
Not yet.
So how long do you have for that?
A month,
A month?
I think. I don't know.
So I don't know. Who was the longest reigning Grill Out champ?
It was you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I love it that the most humblest man alive is asking questions such as this.
Well, no, I know that Josh cares about title lineage.
That's true.
And so that's all. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to know if he's, how he's looking on that. He's apparently lost most of his shirt today.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
he came in. He's in the studio right now in a tank top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell that he's been going to the gym.
That's right.
Because his toothpick arms are now at least 2 toothpick.
Yeah.
Two toothpicks.
Can now lift 10 pounds.
Yeah,
Woo!
he teeth pick arms.
Teeth pick.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But Josh, I know you're going to look up the title reign history of our wonderful illustrious Grill Out Predictions Championship.
I'll make a whole Wikipedia on it.
We probably should have been keeping track of it this whole time, but
Well, you know what? Just because I've given you all that information and given you that thought, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for blessing us and somewhat cursing us with your presence.
Nope.
All right.
You are forgiven for not knowing the information.
Oh, one thing that we have been talking about a lot on this show this year.
Gain.
Not Gain. This is the very first episode we've ever brought Gain up.
AEW gained something.
Used to be Blue Cane.
It used to be Blue Cane. Now he is Gain. But speaking of gaining, AEW just gained a new TV deal with Warner Brothers Discovery.
Segue.
Yeah.
Yes. Getting a little better.
Boom. We all nailed it. Good job, team. Good job. We've done it. Good job. I can leave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you like the Facebook page. Email us to grillout95@gmail.com. And, Oh, okay. We're just joking. Yes, new AEW TV deal, and that's something that we have talked a lot about, not just AEW's TV deals, just TV deals in general this entire year, because this seems like the year of contracts.
It does.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on talent contracts, which is something that we're not going to because they get a little too convoluted.
One thing we can say for certain, Hurt Syndicate, AEW.
That's true. The deal is valued anywhere from $150 million to $185 million per year via multiple reports. It's reportedly for 3 years with a 4th-year option. With this deal, AEW content will go on to Max, including pay-per-views at a discounted price.
That is malarkey.
I want to know how big of a discount.
It is hogwash.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree.
These AEW, HBO hooligans coming up with all their shenanigans. I don't like it.
But that is not the only thing that is coming with this deal.
Well, we don't know what that discount is yet.
No, we don't. We just know that there is going to be a discount for pay-per-views.
We're going to give you a 2% discount.
To go with your 2% milk. Also, both Dynamite and Collision will remain on TBS and TNT, respectively, but will also be simulcast on Max.
And what that means is that people on the West Coast will be able to watch it at the same time as people on the East Coast.
Absolutely.
When it goes live, I mean.
Nothing was mentioned about Rampage, so there is a possibility that is getting axed. I think it should be axed.
Yeah, it should be.
There's not really much that goes on there. I'll say this, I have not cared about Rampage since it first launched.
No.
The only episode that really mattered was the CM Punk one, First Dance, which was the second episode.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's what I mean.
And the Grand Slam ones,
Dynamite. Rampage served its purpose for the time that it was on television. I'll just say that.
I have heard that there is a possibility that because WBD does no longer owns the AEW exclusivity rights, if I can talk.
You want to try again, champ?
Gosh, you messed me up.
Okay, so moving on.
Since WBD no longer owns the AEW exclusivity rights, they might be bringing back the YouTube shows.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think some people are wanting them to bring back AEW Dark.
Yeah.
Because I think there were a lot of people that did enjoy it and were rather upset that it got canceled.
It was good, as a sort of developmental in a way.
Yeah, and also to give people a tryout for the promotion and show new stars and local wrestlers as well. Yeah. Wherever town they ended up in. So. Like I said, nothing was mentioned about Rampage. It is also heavily rumored that AEW may be shopping a new show called AEW Shockwave to other networks. It is rumored that Fox may pick it up, but nothing is official as of today. Details will be coming in the coming months. These new changes will begin in January 2025.
So let me ask you both this. AEW Shockwave, thoughts?
Not needed.
No.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, don't do it. No. Don't do it. There's too much stuff going on right now.
It puts off WCW Thunder vibes.
Yes.
If it's just a special every now and then, okay, sure. But if it's a weekly thing, they don't need it.
No. I think they would be just fine with Dynamite and Collision.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and maybe if they wanted to, because where there is exclusivity rights that have been, I guess, let go by WBD, maybe they could take Collision and shop them to Fox, because it sounds like Fox doesn't want to be out of the wrestling business. It's just WWE had too big of a price tag for them.
Yeah.
So I could see wanting to move into that slot, but I don't know if it's going. I agree with both of you. I don't know if it's going to be good long term. And also, apparently, Swerve came out and said that they're going to Fox. He didn't. There was something. It was a podcast. I heard that he didn't know that he was being recorded. I can't remember what the podcast was. And apparently, people within AEW, rightfully so, are upset because that was said. And
I'll tell you what I hate. Okay, I hate whenever I come in to record a podcast and I don't know that it's being recorded.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's what I hate.
I know. You turn around and you look back there and you see the recorder going and you're like, come on!
You know, what's really annoying for me is whenever someone has stopped me on the road and they're like, hey, your voice sounds really familiar. Are you on the Grill Out? And I'm like, how do you know that? They're like, well, I hear you. I'm like, how do you hear? You mean every week when I go into a studio and talk into a microphone, people are hearing this?
Yeah. Sundays at 4 o'clock and Mondays at 1 and sometimes at 7 o'clock on 580 a.m.
Well, I found this is news to me. I don't like it when I'm being recorded willingly going into a studio and recording a podcast.
While you have a microphone in front of your face.
And headphones on, and I can look behind me and see the levels.
And there's a computer in front of you that has our rundown and everything.
Yeah, who would have thought that when I went to record a podcast that I would be recorded?
I don't know. I like Swerve. I've sung his praises on here, but I don't know about that excuse. I don't know. Yeah. But that is everything that we know about the AEW TV deal. People have been wondering about that for quite some time now. We thought the past several shows it was going to be announced. Finally, on the 5-year anniversary one.
Well, let me ask you one more thing about AEW.
What?
How long until Gain comes in?
Book it, Tony. I don't know. I don't have a definitive answer, but Tony Khan, if you're listening to this, book it.
And
you could also book us.
You could. Gain better make his debut in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. In the big red.
He's not Blue Cane anymore. He's Gain.
He's Gain. It's got to be Gain.
That's gotta be Gain.
So, Hell in a Cell match happened last night. WWE Bad Blood, which is where the original Kane debuted. Ripping off the cell door. That wasn't that wasn't
not
as
Gain,
good.
but Kane.
But Kane, the big red machine. Glenn
That's
Jacobs.
gotta be Kane.
WWE Bad Blood was last night.
It was.
Thoughts on the show?
Hell in a Cell should have main evented.
Yes, I agree.
That was the match of the card.
It was. We were texting in our group chat yesterday. Full disclosure, I kept up with it. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was doing some things here at work. But as soon as I heard that the Hell in a Cell match was opening, I was like, something's happening. Like, it's a dead giveaway that something's going to happen in the main event involving the tag match.
It did happen. I did not feel like it was big enough to replace Hell in a Cell as the main event.
Yeah, like and Bad Blood to me has been built around that Hell in a Cell match.
Because the first three were all main evented by it. And this is the fourth one, so
yeah, and it was on the anniversary of the original Bad Blood pay-per-view.
Anniversary of the first Hell in a Cell.
Maybe it's because CM Punk was in the match, and he.
It was The Rock.
I know it was The Rock.
Costed him another main event.
I know exactly. When The Rock comes in, CM Punk, if he's trying to get into the main event, not happening. Not going to work for me, brother.
Much love.
HH.
DJ. Dwayne Johnson. It's not going to work for me.
DRJ.
Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Yes. Or Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
DTRJ.
DTRJ, there we go.
Don't trust Rock Johnson. Don't trust Rocky Johnson. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, I don't think he...
that one I actually knew. Didn't even know he was sick, though.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about that off the air. A new title was unveiled, the WWE Crown Jewel Championship, where the men and women for both the World and WWE Championships will face each other once a year for the title at Crown Jewel.
Their respective titles are not on the line. It's just for this Crown Jewel title.
Yeah, it's sort of like it gave the vibe of the Greatest Royal Rumble title.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, it's going to be...
But this will actually be around after.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. Like the Greatest Royal Rumble title was
Braun Strowman is the longest reigning champion.
Hey, that's true. That's true. He's gotten released and came back, and he's still champ.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Those are some big belts, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the way the belts look.
It kind of reminded me of the Gift of the Gods Championship from Lucha Underground.
Yeah, that's fair. I was going to say that.
See, okay. I didn't watch Lucha Underground.
I didn't, but I've seen that build.
But I mean, so if you have one respective champion, essentially being the champion of champions,
yes,
does it not then mitigate your other equal champion?
I think you're making a valid point there. I don't know what the point of this is.
I'll tell you what it is. To get some of that sweet Saudi money.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true. Because they started the Bad Blood...
And I'm sorry, if I've offended any of the individuals in Saudi Arabia, I don't think they're listening.
I was going to say, I've looked at our stats. I don't think we got anybody in Saudi Arabia.
Now, the wonderful people of Australia, though,
or Japan.
Love you. And Japan, I love you. And remember, Japanese Vince McMahon is not real.
That was also another meme that just kept floating around on the internet this past week. Gunther did get a rise out of Goldberg.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg, yes.
Bill Goldberg. Yes. Nia,
put some respect on that name.
Nia wins with no cash-in.
Yeah.
All three of us were rather confident that it was going to be a cash-in. Yeah, well, you can't bat 1,000.
Yeah.
Raquel Rodriguez returned to help Liv Morgan retain her Women's World Championship.
As I said would happen.
Yeah.
I didn't say that at all. No.
CM Punk wins over Drew McIntyre in a bloody Hell in a Cell match, and Josh made a good point last night in the group chat. Where does this fall on the Muda scale? By the way, you can listen to our Grill Out hot tag on the Muda scale. Where does it fall? I'm saying
I don't know, but
it's
man,
round one.
That blood was pouring out your head.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't. I think it was around 1 Muda.
I'll be honest. I had to go back and watch Bad Blood this morning because last night, as the show was going on, I was watching Willy Wonka at the Clay Center.
Oh, okay. Nice. Good for you.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah. But I think it fell around 1 Muda. Yeah. I didn't. I saw the picture where Drew, bloodied as he could be, was in the sharpshooter, but did not pass out like Austin did in WrestleMania 13 against Bret Hart. So when I saw that picture, I was like, all right, I give it 1 Muda.
His back or butt has to hurt.
Oh, really?
Did you not see his Claymore just pump at the end?
No, I didn't.
So there were steel steps set in the ring. Punk was like basically standing in front of the steps. McIntyre went to do the Claymore. Punk moved out of the way. He basically landed like on the corner, basically right on his tailbone on the steps.
Oh,
yeah, it was rough. It was a rough hit.
Was it like right there, just on the corner of the steps? Ooh, okay, that's a rough one. Yep, somebody's taking an ice bath.
And
today.
the ending was pretty good because CM Punk wrapped a chain around his knee to do the GTS.
Yeah,
I did see that. But I mean, I thought, wow, I'm getting taken over. Getting taken over on this rundown.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So CM Punk did win over Drew McIntyre. Priest wins over Finn Balor.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Didn't either. All three of us chose Balor
for
that one.
Because I really feel like still that was the best way to go about it.
That's true. That's very true. Then coming soon graphic for maybe the Motor City Machine Guns. All right, stop. This is what happens when you let everybody have access to the Google Doc.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't realize I had made the font that big.
What size is the font right now?
184.
Oh, my God.
And it started on 11.
Good Lord.
I was going to say, for comparison purposes right now, because we are on the radio, yes. The font that I use is 11.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have it at 185 right now.
184.
184, okay.
Yeah. Now it's at 185.
This was a 5-page document that's been stretched to 13 pages now.
Lord.
It's okay. Now I'm following it back up.
Yeah.
It's a Motor City Machine Gun.
Yeah, so Motor City Machine Gun's coming soon, huh?
Yes, this also aired on SmackDown recently.
Yeah,
it's pretty much just a coming soon graphic, but it does look like in the style of the Motor City.
Yeah, the reports are saying they're skipping NXT and going straight to SmackDown.
And there were also in the vignette, it was like images of Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I saw Ford Field and thought they were announcing some kind of event. I was like, oh, wait, no, it's Motors. Okay.
Yeah. So it looks like the Motor City Machine Guns. We do not have confirmation on that, but that is a very strong rumor. And The Rock returns at the end of Cody and Roman Reigns winning their tag match via Jimmy Uso return.
And then off the air, Kevin Owens beat the crap out of Cody Rhodes.
So there was indeed a heel turn.
There was. No. Not the heel turn we thought was going to happen, though.
No.
Excuse me. The Kevin Owens jumping Cody Rhodes after the PLE and all the fans standing there, that is, to me, a perfect use of social media for wrestling. Like, it just... when I first saw it, I was like, no way. I was like, it's a work. And then I look, I'm like, oh, okay, he just turned on him. But all the fans are there recording this, and they're going to use that online and spread that. Yeah. It'll probably pop up on Raw or SmackDown this upcoming Friday. So,
but I think you all are forgetting the biggest pop of the night, at least for me, was whenever Triple H said, he got his start in Atlanta in WCW as terrorizing. He finally admitted to terrorizing.
Okay, so I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew about terrorizing. I knew about that. I didn't know he made a reference to it last night.
Fun on it.
Yes, he did.
Okay, well,
he was terrorizing the area.
Hey, at least he owned up to it. As far as the winner predictions, I'm gonna double check that, and then before we start predictions, because we have another set to do for WrestleDream in the next segment, so we will announce who the winner is in the next segment. I'm going to go ahead and talk about NXT real quick, and then there's this JBL thing I do want to talk about real quick.
Okay.
NXT, they debuted on the CW this past week, have a whole new look to the show. The show started off with a new theme song by Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz titled Millions From Now. Shawn Michaels was then joined by Triple H to unveil new designs for the NXT Men's and Women's Championship belts. NXT has a new silver metallic logo and a whole new feel. A new era needs a new champion as Trick Williams defeats Ethan Page for the NXT Championship.
New title belts. They look pretty similar to the old ones, but they have the new logo on there. It looks a little bit more modern.
Yeah, I like... Some people were talking about the NXT logo, about how it looked basic. But...
To me, it's a combination of the original and the previous one.
Yeah, and you don't need a extravagant logo, per se. I think where it is basic, it is okay. It gets the point across that this is new. I do like the new metallic look to it. I think, what's the old saying, Kiss? Keep it simple, stupid?
Yep. So
I think that did the job. They kept it simple. They got it there. It does have a whole new feel to the show. And it looks like... Does it seem like the NXT is pretty much going to be a touring brand now?
I'm not sure, because they're going back to the Performance Center.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're redesigning the set there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that they... I heard that they were tearing the set down. So, okay, that makes sense.
I think for their PLEs, they will be on the road and maybe some special NXT episodes like these first two. But for the most part, they'll still be at the Performance Center.
Okay, well, that makes sense. It's kind of their territory anyway.
Yeah,
that area. So it only makes sense. And
although I have heard that they might be building a Performance Center, I think on the West Coast somewhere.
That would make.
Well, maybe it was Vegas. I think it was Vegas.
That makes sense because of the UFC connection through TKO and Endeavor and all of that. So yeah. But one thing I did want to touch base on is with one John Bradshaw Layfield. So JBL has been seen quite often these days in promotions such as GCW and AAA, just handing out clotheslines from hell like somebody handing out candy for Halloween. Recently, he has been on vacation near Lake Tahoe, and according to his Facebook, he has been enjoying his retirement and vacation while bringing along an old and trusty friend. This is coming straight from his Facebook page. I'm just going to start on the bottom and work my way up. First one is, quote, "At Lake Tahoe, been randomly clotheslining tourists today."
Good.
End quote. While he's pictured in front of Lake Tahoe. Next one was, quote, "Representing the OG, Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, at El Cap today in Yosemite. Not sure whether to free solo the granite wall or just keep clotheslining random tourists." End quote, pictured while wearing a Briscoe shirt. And then this last one took a break from clotheslining tourists to free solo El Cap in tennis shoes and golf shorts and no rope, so had to be careful. Took almost an hour to climb the 7,573-foot granite wall. Pictured climbing the granite wall. He also writes on Facebook. You can tell he doesn't have a social media team. He writes... all due respect, he writes like somebody his age on Facebook, and I cannot does
he double space between periods or sentences?
No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. But just some of the wording just came off as very Gen X-y. All due respect, fellow Gen X people out there, but I just can't get the image out of my head of somebody just enjoying their vacation. And then JBL just clotheslining them into oblivion.
It really makes me think of the old ESPN commercials.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this would have been just a perfect commercial for a local wrestling company or anything. Just
a tourist company.
Yeah, just people out, maybe a guy proposing to his girlfriend at the lake. And then she says yes, and they get up, they hug, and the guy turns around, boom, clothesline.
I got one. I'll not just him turn around. Okay, I'll add on to that.
He clotheslines the woman as well.
No, he drops. She drops like something like real quick.
Okay,
has to bend over and pick it up, and JBL just comes out of nowhere, takes the dude out.
That'd be good.
It would be. No, JBL's not legitimately going around clotheslining people, but it's just...
I don't know. I think he is.
Maybe. You know what? He's been showing up in other promotions doing it, so...
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It is JBL.
If only Joey Styles could stop him.
I know. Real quick before we get to On This Day in Wrestling History...
Yes.
NWA Power will be on X. NWA announced on their official X account that the social media site would be the home of NWA's weekly show Power through October 29th, with episodes to air at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time, which started this past week on October 1st. And these are on Tuesdays. This is due to WWE NXT's move to the CW television channel. The NWA removed them, with NWA removed from the CW app, where NWA will be after October 29th, has yet to be announced. So, yeah, they'll be there till the end of this month, and then after that, we don't know where they're going.
And note on the NXT, it has been removed from Peacock as well.
What?
NXT, archived episodes of NXT are no longer on Peacock.
Yeah.
But those archived episodes are not on CW, but replays of the current episodes will be on CW app.
So, all right, we will keep you updated on all of that. And just to shift gears real quick, on this day in wrestling history. October 6th.
I hope you don't start off with something ungodly depressing.
I'm sorry. Yeah. 1999, Gorilla Monsoon passed away due to complications brought on by diabetes at the age of 62. Monsoon, real name Robert James Morella, was one of the most revered personalities in the history of the company. The Hall of Famer was a famed wrestler turned commentator and backstage administrator, famous for manning the desk right behind the entrance curtain to give last-minute direction and timing to wrestlers. The very position was eventually named the Gorilla position as a tribute to the icon.
Oh, would you stop?
What? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have a monsoon, okay?
That's true.
And I'm really congested, and I'm very stopped up, and I'm doing the best I can to be here, not knowing that I'm being recorded while recording the podcast.
Oh, October 6th, 2015. We're going to go into the future a little bit. Matt Hardy.
It's still the past.
It's still the past, but
from the past coming to the future.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
It's not the future.
Matt Hardy vacated.
Vacationed the title?
With JBL.
Yes.
Vacated the TNA World Heavyweight Championship for just one day after winning it. The title was vacated in reality because TNA had no plans or cash flow to tape further TV content. That is a far cry to where they're at now.
Yes.
And yeah, that was right when I got back into wrestling, and I was like, oh, TNA's dying?
Yeah.
I was fully convinced at that point. I was like, oh, I've only been back in this for a couple months, and now TNA's going under.
It's crazy how long TNA's actually been going.
I know. What, 2002?
Yeah.
Yeah, 22 years.
Yeah.
And it's got to be the most...
That's got to be gain.
Yes, it's got to be gain. No, TNA kicks out at a 2.5 every time, 2 3/4. So it won't lay down for the 3
There's really a whole bunch of false finishes with them.
They managed to survive the war against WWE, the Monday Night War.
That was the shortest war ever.
Yeah.
October 6th, 2019, WWE presented the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view from the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California. The highlights of the show were Charlotte Flair defeating Bayley to win the SmackDown Women's Championship via submission, as well as Becky Lynch retaining her Raw title against Sasha Banks in a Hell in a Cell match. The main event of the show saw Seth Rollins and The Fiend fight to a much derided no contest in another cell bout.
Worst Hell in a Cell match ever.
That was the Red Cell, right?
Yes.
Oh, God, that was an awful one.
Yeah. God awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they introduced the Red Cell in 2018, I think it was.
Yeah, thankfully, last night they did not bring the Red Cell.
They got rid of that with WrestleMania 39. People forget that.
Oh, okay. See, I did forget that.
Yeah, when Finn Balor and Edge faced each other, that was Hell in a Cell, but it did not have the red cage.
Oh, okay. See? You know what? I don't know everything, and I will say that.
Yeah, so it's been going for almost 2 years now.
Okay.
Shut up.
That was on This Day in Wrestling History. Up next, we have predictions for AEW WrestleDream. And we also are going to give the announce who the winner is from last night.
Winner in friendship.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's time for more of the Grill Out. Here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies
You
and
all
gentlemen.
only ask me every week if I'll be at the podcast. How am I supposed to know that we're recording a podcast?
Because they get uploaded now. I'm Hollywood Jeff Petty, your host, and that is the most humblest man alive.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
and who sounds like a biscuit enthusiast, Jason Lykens.
Funny enough, don't really like biscuits.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on cookies?
There's no such thing as cookies. Like, cookies aren't real.
The current rating and defending.
No. I feel like people know who Josh is.
Josh Cole, baby.
What's important, though, is talking about cookies now.
So we're stuck on the cookies now.
It wasn't like I didn't bring it up. You know what? No, I'm not going to talk about cookies.
Okay.
Because I don't have all the information to talk about how cookies aren't real, but I know someone who does.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm good. I'm good on that one.
Nope, you started it. Here I am. It's the baddie. Baddie who loves biscuits.
The baddie loves biscuits.
Yep.
But Jason doesn't.
Nope.
Okay. And what is the deal with this cookie thing?
There's no such thing as cookies.
Why is there no such thing as cookies?
Have you ever seen a cookie?
This is a pro wrestling show.
Have you ever seen a cookie?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
I ate Oreos this morning.
Those aren't cookies.
Oreos are cookies.
They aren't cookies. They are hard, tiny cakes. Listen, I know I know the facts. Do you know what's inside Area 51? I do. I've been there. I've looked through
the Krabby Patty recipe?
That's not real. What? I'm talking about real things, Jeffrey. I've looked through the little door at Area 51 because it's a wood door, but it has like that little piece of glass in there that, you know, isn't really stopping anyone. You could definitely just punch through it and unlock the door. But no, I'll tell you what they have inside Area 51. You want to know? It's a Chuck E. Cheese because people get hungry.
Fair enough.
Yep. Now, Area 52, that's where the real stuff is.
Josh, what are you doing over there?
There was another match added to our predictions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I did tally up our stuff from last night.
Yep.
And
you want me to go take a nap now?
You can. That's okay. You're relieved of your duties.
Are you firing me?
No.
You can't
I'm
fire
putting
me.
you on break.
Fired.
I'm the only man who's ever beat Vincent Kennedy McMahon in court.
You're fired.
I don't like you either. I see why Sting hates you. Good night. Gonna go take a nap. Get me a juice box, maybe a Capri Sun, fancy cake. I can't wait till the Christmas tree fancy cakes from Little Debbie come out.
Okay.
I'll send the Girl Scouts.
All right. So
I'm not a creep. I don't want the Girl Scouts.
Those for the cookies.
They don't have cookies. There's no such thing as a cookie.
We're 4 minutes into this
Like
segment.
the Cookie Monster. There are no monsters. So how can there be a Cookie Monster?
So for WWE Bad Blood last night, it's very hard on the throat. For WWE Bad Blood last night, we had a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
All three of us got pretty much we're at 50% last night.
Is that including the bonus of the not heel
Yes,
turn?
that is actually what saved your title, Josh. Is the bonus because Josh said, because the bonus was, will there be a heel turn between Bianca and Jade? Jason and I both said yes.
We did.
Yeah, and it didn't happen.
It didn't.
Josh said no.
Yeah.
That is what got him the tie.
Oh.
And actually, what caused Jason and I to tie was the main event where Josh and Jason both chose Bloodline. I went Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. So, yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, it wasn't about who won or lost. It was about the friendship we made along the way.
Of course.
And a
it is.
friendship lost between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But due to champion's advantage, Josh remains the champion.
Yes.
So, but we have,
Universal champion of everything.
including Chuck E. Cheese's.
That's right.
But we do have AEW WrestleDream this upcoming
I've never been
Saturday.
to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey, what? You've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese?
Jeff, why have you been? You don't have kids.
When I was a child, I was a chubby kid. Okay, I was
Kid?
about like
What do you mean
10.
was?
when I
No,
shave.
I'm sorry.
When I
Yeah.
shave my facial hair off, I look like a kid.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got a baby face. There's a reason.
I got a butter face.
That loves biscuits, apparently.
I love rubbing butter on my face.
Now you just sound like Kenny Rogers from Mad TV.
Hey guys,
I'm Kenny
I'm
Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. Y'all want to see me catch this baseball bat with my mouth?
Oh, that's a great skit. Okay, so yeah, back to track.
Yeah.
AEW WrestleDream is this upcoming Saturday. So
Yes.
yes, of course, we have predictions.
We do.
All right, pre-show, because
Dang.
AEW has a tendency to announce matches after we've done
What?
predictions.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
We currently know 8.
Yes, this is the
so we're missing half of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the card as of October 6, 2024 at
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock
1:55 in the
Yeah.
p.m. 1:56
in the PM.
in the p.m. It's currently 71 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And not a cloud in the sky. Pre-show, Atlantis Jr., the champion, will be defending his ROH World Television Championship against Brian Cage.
You have your own shows. Stop being on AEW shows.
No. No. You know what?
Oh, ROH was not part of this WBD deal either, so I don't know where that's going.
Yeah.
Get out of my sandwich.
Shop ROH
Yeah.
to Fox.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That would be...
Maybe.
ROH Shockwave.
But do you take Atlantis Jr. as the champ, or do you give them a bigger name with Brian Cage?
Is he really a bigger name, though?
He's the name that I know between the two.
This is true.
I'm going Cage. Just because I like Brian Cage, and I really
Yeah.
want to see him hold a title.
Cage is gonna rage.
So, Jason.
You know what? I think between these two, I've been following Brian Cage for a long time and Atlantis Jr. for even longer. I like the original Atlantis, even though it's gone. So I'd really like to see what this Atlantis Jr. can come up with and see if they can also create mer people. So let's go Atlantis Jr.
Atlantic City.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like the legit one here.
Yep. Okay.
Josh?
I'm going to have to also go Atlantis Jr. just because
Yep.
Brian Cage always
of-
seems to get the short end of the stick.
Because of everything that I just said. I
That
agree.
too.
All right, moving on to the main card. Mark Briscoe will be defending his ROH World Title against the
You have your
Learning
own
Tree.
shows.
Chris Jericho.
Jericho,
with
please.
Big Bill and Brian Keith.
Jericho, listen. Just you and me, Jericho. Please stop. Please.
And that's why I'm going,
Briscoe.
yeah, I'm going Mark Briscoe.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't even let you finish. Briscoe.
You're going Briscoe?
Briscoe. Like
The Learning Tree.
Chrissy Poo.
Hi, guys.
I know,
It would work so well, but I can't.
just not with him.
No. Maybe him 10 years ago?
Maybe if it was Big Bill.
Yeah.
Maybe then it would be somewhat funny.
Yeah.
But with Jericho, it's X-Pac heat. It's
If-
go-away heat.
If Jericho went away for a little bit, took a little bit of time off, and then came back as the Learning Tree, I would be more accepting of it. Just saying.
The only thing I agree with is Brian Keith in this because I felt his whole bounty hunter thing was kind of stupid beforehand.
Fair enough. I do like what it's building up to with Big Bill, but I think this is not a unpopular opinion about Jericho and the Learning Tree. Sorry, Jericho. I just
You know
not
what?
a fan.
Maybe if he had, even if it was gimmicked, an unprotected headshot with a chair, and then it put him into coma, and then whenever he came out,
Tacoma, Washington?
yeah, And
is that what Lake Tahoe is?
They shipped him to Tacoma, Washington.
Isn't this where WrestleDream's at?
I don't know. And then whenever he came out, JBL just clotheslines him, and boom, all of a sudden he's the learning tree.
It is Tacoma.
And this is who he thinks he is. Maybe then, but just all of a sudden, no.
Yeah, it's okay.
No. So, Josh, champ, who do you have?
So right now, Jericho is the Ocho. You are not going to be the Nueve. Briscoe.
All three of us are going Briscoe with that one. All right, singles match. Darby Allin versus Brody King. Darby's going to get destroyed, but that doesn't mean Darby's going to lose.
Yeah.
I'm going to go King. I'm going Brody King.
Jason? I think I'm going to go Darby.
Darby. Okay.
Yeah, because he lost at the last pay-per-view.
Fair.
He lost his world title match to Jon Moxley.
Yeah, I think he needs a win, and putting him against a big monster like Brody King, having him win that, I think will do good for him.
Okay. Champ, what you got?
I got to agree with Jason on this.
No. Make your own choices.
Think for yourself.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think this is going to lead him back to the world title match.
Okay.
So,
all righty.
So what do we have next, Jeff?
AEW TNT Championship match.
Wow.
Jack Perry, your champion.
Oh, wow.
the face of TNT.
The face of TNT. Hey,
The scapegoat.
Wasn't his dad Luke Perry?
Yes, he was.
Was his uncle Matthew Perry?
Was it?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Google it. I don't know.
So we have Jack Perry, the champion. Who's he going to go against, Jeff?
Katsuyori Shibata.
Shibata. More like Shibata, am I right? Whoa. Watch out, everybody. It's early 2000s radio. Wow. It's Jeff Perry.
In the morning.
We've been incredibly annoying on this episode.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired.
It's okay. We're a little slap happy right now. I'm going Jack Perry on this one.
Okay.
I'm saying that I think he's going to retain his title. I like Shibata. I enjoy Shibata's work in Japan. I don't see him getting the TNT title off of Jack Perry.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's also going to be Jack Perry.
I have to agree.
Okay. All right. All three of us went Jack Perry on that one. This next match is going to cause some people's heads to explode because it did before. Well,
rest in peace.
Sort of.
Oh.
Three-way match for the AEW International Championship. Will Ospreay, your champion, will be defending his title against Ricochet and Konosuke Takeshita.
This was set up on Dynamite. By the way, Dynamite had an interesting setup this past week. They had the hard cam opposite side. First of all, they were packed arenas, so that was pretty good. But yeah, instead of the stage being left, it was on the right.
Maybe it was just venue type deal.
Maybe like, hey, we do have people in that hard cam side.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, so triple threat. Who do we got? I'm going Takeshita.
Really?
Yep.
Why on that?
I feel like adding to... if it were Ospreay and Ricochet, it would be, to me, a little more difficult to determine who the winner is going to be there. Throwing Takeshita in because I just feel like with his run in the G1 and just the way they have booked him just here recently, I just feel like he's going to get a singles title. And I think it's going to be this singles title. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of that's going to go back to his performance he just had in the G1. Now, who's going to take the fall? Don't know. I have no idea on that one, but I just feel like Takeshi's going to walk away with it.
You see, you and I differ on who's going to take the fall.
Okay.
Because I am also picking Takeshita to take the fall.
Oh!
Yeah, I think Takeshita is in this to take the fall for an Ospreay win. That way, Ricochet can say, Willie boy, you never beat me. That's not what Ricochet sounds like at all, but that's, yeah.
You pulled a Lee Corso on me. Not so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Champ, what you got?
So I'm also going for Takeshita. I feel like he is the wild card here, and there are reports that he's going to be getting a big push. So.
Okay.
You see, you all are going with dirt sheets. I'm just going with my heart.
I'm going with my heart, too.
No,
I didn't know.
I'm going with
I did
my
not
heart
know.
and my brain. And this is what the people on the streets, whenever I go out and I do my forgiveness tour, are telling me.
The
They're
forgiveness
saying,
tour of 24.
The forgiveness tour of 24. Thank you for remembering that. And for that, you're welcome. And also, they keep saying, Jason, listen, Ospreay is going to take the win over Takeshita, and it's going to set up a match between Ospreay and Ricochet. And I say, you know what? You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. AEW World Tag Team title match. The Young Bucks, the champions, defending their title against Private Party. I'm going Bucks. Going Bucks on this one. I don't think I don't know. I don't see Private Party doing it.
They did get a new theme song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that changes everything.
I know.
It does. It does.
Listen, Private...
The party's not very private. It's not.
I'm not
party.
a huge Bucks fan anymore. Like, I think this oversaturation of them has not been good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's done them any favors, but I don't think Private Party right now can realistically be the champs and carry a tag division. So I'm going to have to go with Bucks.
I feel like the Bucks are going to win it at this pay-per-view, but they're going to drop them at Full Gear. I don't know with who. There's been a lot of reports with Kenny Omega about him and Kota Ibushi returning. So if they do not return here at WrestleDream, which sort of makes sense, I see it more at Full Gear, but I could be wrong. So, all right, what you got, champ?
Them Bucks of Youth are now having a rematch with the Private Party from I think it was the very first Dynamite.
Oh, wow.
From the World Tag Team Championship tournament. That determined the inaugural champions. Private Party won that one. So we're going to go with the Bucks of Youth.
Okay. All right, Mariah May taking on...
Your champion, Mariah May.
Yes, your champion,
The Glamour.
Mariah May, will be defending her...
Not Mariah April. Not Mariah June.
Mariah May.
Mariah May.
It's got to be May.
Defending her title, her AEW Women's World Championship. And that will be determined by number one contenders match between Britt Baker and Willow Nightingale.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Yeah.
On October 8th on Dynamite. This upcoming Title Tuesday.
Title Tuesday.
So, with this one, are we picking who we think is going to win the title? Who's going to move on as the number one contender?
I say we do both.
Yeah.
Do both? Okay.
Let's do both.
Okay. Baker May. Not Baker Mayfield. Britt Baker is going to move on. Mariah May is going to win.
Britt Baker is going to move on.
Okay.
And...
two-part on this one.
I think... I think... who's CEO? What's her name now?
Mercedes.
Yeah, her. I think she's going to end up causing Baker to lose. So I think it's also going to be Baker May.
Okay. Baker May.
Yeah, Maisie.
All right. All right, Josh.
I have to agree. I could see it potentially being Nightingale as well, but definitely May retaining.
Okay. All right. Main event, or at least what we think is going to be in the main event. We thought Hell in a Cell was going to be in the main event last week, and we were wrong there. We can accept
this one at least has more, I guess, validity since it is the World Championship and it is Washington, where Brian is from.
Yes. Bryan Danielson, your AEW World Champion, defending his title against Jon Moxley with Marina Shafir at ringside. I am going Moxley.
Ooh.
They're in Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, it is Washington.
They're in Danielson's home state. He has been talking a lot about stepping away. And I felt like it's all been building up to this. So, and Moxley, I think Moxley needs to win a lot more than Danielson does right now. Moxley is basically hit the reset button. This whole, Blackpool Combat Club stuff. I feel like Moxley needs it a little more.
But do you have the person who limits Danielson? Do you have it be someone younger and you put them over?
if they can be believable as a winner. I feel like Moxley could be a believable winner over Danielson. He has been in the Blackpool Combat Club with him. Moxley has a, I don't want to say MMA background, but he does have this whole street fighting thing going on. I feel like Moxley could be the one to dethrone him.
So he has kind of like an underground feel to him.
Exactly. An unorthodox style that would interrupt what Danielson is doing.
So if there's an underground style to him, do you bring in Shane McMahon this show?
Wow. Good point.
Moxley did say to Tony Schiavone, or Tony, he didn't specifically say Schiavone, it's not your company anymore.
I mean, there is a McMahon on the contract.
But it's not Vince McMahon.
No, it is Walter McMahon, who is no relation to the McMahons at all. He just happens to...
He's McMahon.
Yeah, he's Walter McMahon. I believe that's the Japanese Vince. You know what? I think I'm going to go Moxley.
Moxley, okay.
With a debut of Shane McMahon. I think Shane will come out...
Oh, yeah.
Not quite as Gain, but...
It's gotta be Gain!
That's gotta be Gain! But I think Shane will come out.
Okay. All right, Josh. Final pick.
I can see Moxley taking this one. I mean, there's reports, Danielson's going to retire. He's not retiring. He's just going to go part-time.
Yeah.
That's the reports.
and I don't think...
But with that in mind, it doesn't feel like this is building up to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it a little bit, but it doesn't feel like this is going to be his final, big hoorah, per se.
No.
So...
Is it? I think you're going to see Danielson step away for a little bit after this, kind of heal up his injuries, and Moxley's just going to run roughshod.
Yeah, and this would, if Moxley does win, this does provide a good rematch for Darby Allin to fight him again since he took his title match.
True. So,
Taking a lot of time to say Moxley there, Josh.
Yeah.
So just say it.
Let's see, where are we at on these predictions thus far? Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Running out of time.
I was going to say, we got a couple minutes.
Okay, I'll be safe. I'll go Moxley.
Yeah, maybe if someone didn't spend 4 minutes ranting about cookies.
But that's what they come to listen to the show for.
Yeah.
It's not the wrestling.
Free cookies. Just like them free ice cream bars.
It's the manic episodes that we have on this podcast. All right, that is all of our predictions for AEW WrestleDream. Just to run through them real quick, the opening match for the ROH World Television title, I went with Brian Cage. Josh and Jason both went with Atlantis Jr.
Yes.
For the ROH World title, all three of us went Mark Briscoe.
Yes.
Singles match, I went Brody King. Josh and Jason both went Darby Allin.
Yes.
AEW TNT title match, all three of us went Jack Perry.
Yes.
For the AEW International Championship match, Jason went Will Ospreay, whereas Josh and I went Konosuke Takeshita.
You're going to lose.
AEW World Tag match, all three of us went Young Bucks.
Yes.
For the AEW Women's World Championship match, all three of us said Britt Baker will advance to be the number one contender with Mariah May winning.
Yep. Predictions are boring this time.
They are. We're pretty well even.
The Shane McMahon thing's a little interesting.
It is. And then for the main event, AEW World title match, all three of us went with Moxley winning.
But
and Jason says that a debut and Shane McMahon will pop up.
Yeah.
So we will see.
I will say this. If we tie, you will get that win if Shane debuts.
Listen, I'm not about winning. I'm just about keeping friendships.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, let's shift gears real quick and give you the main event.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
All right, the main event where we go ahead and let you know what your upcoming week of professional wrestling is going to look like nationally, internationally, and locally. As far as nationally, AEW Dynamite will be on Tuesday this week for Title Tuesday, which will be October 8th. No AEW Collision this week due to AEW's pay-per-view WrestleDream taking place in its time slot on Saturday, October 12th. And NWA now on Tuesdays on X until October 29th. As far as everything else nationally, it's pretty much the same. Monday Night Raw, Tuesday will be NXT. Dynamite will be on Tuesday this week. Nothing on Wednesday. Thursday will be ROH and TNA. Friday will be SmackDown and Rampage. And then, of course, WrestleDream will be Saturday. Locally, on Thursday, October 10th, Appalachian Championship Wrestling will make its debut in Ripley, West Virginia at the Ice Cream Sunday Dairy Bar, presenting
Ice Cream Havoc.
This will be a free Halloween spectacular with a bell time of 6:30 p.m. And make sure to bring your own chair.
Unless you want to stand.
And the rest of these will be on Saturday, October 12th.
Mega Pro Wrestling returns to action in Dunbar, West Virginia at the Dunbar Recreation Center. Presenting
Survive the Night. Listen, Jeff, I have so few things to do with these. Just let me have my moment.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going. All right.
Okay.
All right. We got this. Which will feature a gauntlet for the Mega Pro Championship. Bell time is at 7:30 and ringside is $20 while general admission is $15. There will also be a kids costume contest.
So
That's right, no
dress
adults.
as a kid.
Or as Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah.
Dress as a kid, dressed as Macho Man Randy Savage.
Real Shoot Wrestling will be in
Monanga.
Monanga, West Virginia at the Monanga Town Hall for
Spooky Lou's Tales from the Squared Circle.
bell time at 7 o'clock and tickets are $10. World Domination Wrestling Alliance will be in action for
No Remorse.
at the Bennington Volunteer Fire Department in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Bell
Bell
time.
time is 6:15 p.m. and tickets are $20.
And that will be the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break there, and when we return, we're going to wrap it all up with the final segment.
Put a nice little bow on it.
Stay tuned.
Once again, here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Hollywood Jeff Petty.
And that is the most humble man
The
alive,
most humble man alive.
Jason Lykens.
Jason Lykens.
And then Josh Cole, baby,
Josh Cole, baby.
our reigning and defending
Reigning and defending.
Grill Out Predictions heavyweight champion.
Universal champion of everything that ever was and will be.
Universal heavyweight champion of everything that's ever been.
And that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We only got a couple minutes here. If you have not liked the Facebook page, please do.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, yeah. The Facebook page has been growing, and I like all the engagement
Listen,
on there.
Yeah.
What's it going to hurt you to like something even if you don't like it? Come on. Come on.
And if you're listening to us on 1490 AM, thank you. If you're listening to us on 580 AM, thank you.
Just do it.
Just like the Facebook page.
It's not going to hurt you.
If you have any comments on the show, you can email us, thegrillout95@gmail.com.
Challenge me with predictions.
I
Yeah.
just want to be liked. Just like the page.
Yeah.
Who do
Yeah.
you think is going to win in predictions for this this upcoming Saturday, and who do you think is going to win in some of these matches?
Just like the Facebook page.
Like the Facebook page.
You can turn your notifications off. Just give us a like.
Yeah, we share memes on there every now and then.
Yeah.
I just want to be
JBL might clothesline you.
He might.
I want to be live.
And it's got to be gain.
It's
Got a big gain.
And until next time, fellow wrestling fans,
Strike your pose.
have a good one.
Goodbye. And good night. Back.
Really, though, just like the Facebook page.
Please.
Please.
And thank you. You're welcome.